This is the longer video for the VLab tool, a cost-effective aggregate of control and measurement instruments. It has been produced for the Hackaday Prize 2015 semifinals. Here are some of the prototypes, and here's the device in its present state of development. It has been packaged in a 3D printed case with a laser cut top panel for demo purposes. This device connects to your PC via USB and all its features can be accessed via the Python library. The graphical applications are built with PyQt4 and the plotting library used is PyQtGraph. In the video you're watching, its waveform generator is being digitized with its oscilloscope as well as a benchtop scope from LaCroix. The 28-bit waveform generator is capable of sinusoidal and triangular waveforms up to 2 MHz with 0.04 Hz resolution. Manual amplitude control for the waveform generator is provided with a small dial on the bottom side. Various Python modules such as NumPy and SciPy are used for interpreting the data and extracting meaningful parameters such as offsets and frequencies. The oscilloscope app shown here can access a variety of analog inputs which have several different input ranges and types. Special care has been taken to calibrate the inputs in order to achieve maximum performance. Here you're watching a comparison with a Keithley 2100 multimeter. An onboard voltage reference ensures that the calibration is valid over a wide temperature range. In addition to a few bipolar inputs, there are also current to voltage converters as well as high impedance inputs meant specifically for weak signals. Several inputs feature programmable gains easily accessible from the graphical units. Oddly enough, disconnecting the Keithley resulted in a much cleaner signal with a noise floor less than 300 microvolts. The flexible input selection came in handy for checking out this 10 GHz Doppler radar. Its output was connected to CH3 with a gain of about 350. This is the graphical application for the logic analyzer. Its primary object is to record fast temporal signals such as the motion of a projectile through a light barrier. In the multi-channel mode, recording every edge can result in a false signal if a level change appears within a 200 nanosecond window from the starting or the trigger point. The logic analyzer can also select the type of level changes to record. This is a hardware feature and will be very useful for physics experiments. It's currently displaying the PWM outputs from the VLab tool. There are up to 4 of these and each has independent phase and duty cycle control. One of the more novel features of this device are the wireless nodes. These slave devices each have a unique 3-byte address and can be battery operated. On power up, they broadcast their addresses to anyone who may be listening. This is how the graphical utility automatically registers a new node. As of now, the wireless nodes can only speak to plugged-in sensors which speak I2C. It can also return the analog voltages present on its few inputs. Each sensor must have its own Python class contained in the module. If this class is coded according to the guidelines, the graphical utility automatically loads menus for the sensor being used. The class for the accelerometer being shown here is only about 50 lines. The reference used for the digital tools is a TCXO with 2.5 ppm accuracy. This has really paid off and you can observe the results in the high levels of correlation with professional equipment. You can also control PWM servos, up to 4 as long as a separate power supply is used. The expansion slot can also output signals to drive addressable LEDs. A daisy chain of up to 3 LEDs has been tested. Apps dedicated to foundation experiments. Not everyone can be expected to write code. For teaching labs, a variety of experiments must be repeated by students before they start trying out their own. Towards this end, a huge number of apps and associated documentation is pending. These are a few examples of what apps will look like. A help toolbar needs to be implemented. This shows the passive RC filter being studied and the capacitance was 1 microfarad with a 10 kilo ohm resistor. And here's a diode whose IV characteristics are being looked at. Thank you for watching.